Hey everyone, it's Michael and
Ruben
from Little Coin Shop, littlecoinshop.com.au, bringing you, finally, we're actually bringing you a new release from the Perth Mint on release day.
Helps when they actually send it to us on time. It's good.
It's excellent, but we're in early in the morning to film it because it's been a bit chaos around the shop area. So let's just start ripping straight into them. This is quite an exciting release for some. So we've got the we have the Opal lunar release, which is always exciting and always sells out really, really quickly.
I was going to say, not one I normally get to film because it's normally long gone by the time the product actually arrives for us.
I've got to say, really impressed with Little Coin Shop's allocation this year. However, don't let that fool you. They will still go pretty quick. So, as per usual from the Perth Mint, the shipper, so the outer box, beautiful design there, that red design that they've used through this lunar series for the Opal. Your standard C of A, bit of a burst about it, and the number. And then inside the box with the Perth Mint doily is, and I'll grab a glove, I know it's capsuled, but I will grab a glove on this one. We've got that beautiful opal finish snake. It's a real skill to get that out like that, particularly on a quote-unquote mass-produced level.
And as well, obviously, the different designs in the Opal carrying through differently per coin as well.
So very limited number produced, and like I said, they do sell out really, really quickly. So grab them while you can. I think it's 6,000. Yeah, 6,000 of those are released in any 1 year. So again, while you can, get hold of those, because I quite often say, you know, these things are going to go quickly. These things are going to go quickly. So if you muck around with it, you'll miss out. There's two boxes there, so we won't open the second box of the same thing. We'll just rip into the others. So we'll take this one first because I think these are all the same as well. These ones, if they are what I think they are, and I can't see from the back, but I think these are Perth Mint's One Love.
They are from the front.
Which is just in time for Valentine's Day coming up. Faster than I'll admit to my wife.
Obviously you're ready for it.
Yeah, obviously I'm ready for it. No.
If you're not, well, we've got these beautiful coins here, Michael.
That's right. So I'll get rid of that. And then in here, again, Perth Mint's incredible packaging with the shipper. I'm actually going to try and open it from the other end. Sometimes they just open a bit cleaner from the other side. So you've got this incredible, I don't know, what colour do you call that?
You're asking another man here, Michael. my colours get limited to just calling that a blue.
The bluish colour.
Yeah.
And then inside you have this beautiful bow, well, ribbon that you can tie into a bow. And then inside, again, certificate of authenticity with the burst on it. Perth Mint doily. And then the One Love coin itself.
Particularly with these ones, would you recommend opening them up beforehand? Because I feel like, you know, they just to make sure the orientation of the coin's correct, but also with this one, the bow, you can actually do something nice with it.
Yeah. Look, I'm a bit of a purist, so I go no. But if you're giving it as a gift, I completely understand why you would want to do that. And look, you know, they're not mass produced. That's not the word I'm trying to use here, but they are produced on a scale. So, you know, sometimes the orientation of the coin isn't the way around that you would like it to be. So, you know, if you're into that perfection side of it, it would probably be worth opening it up before you give it, and just tie the bow and make sure the coin is oriented the right way around. Actually, I probably should have left that one open, but it's closed up now. We can open it again later. Alrighty, so that's the One Love and the Opal done. Now we get to the mixed bags, which is always, I know the Opal's there, so that one's good fun, but the mixed bag is always fun because you never quite know.
What you getting at? Is it like a box of chocolates?
Yeah, what you're going to get and what sort of mix it's going to be. And sometimes how many of them you're going to get. I like the fact Perth Mints has moved to this this packaging. It's in a lot of ways it's better than the bubble wrap and the peanuts they used to use. Alrighty, so inside here we have the rotating charm.
Very identifying packaging there.
Yeah, these are good fun, these. So again, along the Year of the Snake stuff again. Different packaging, as you can see from the outside, different to the Opal. It's that black packaging, but again the same clear plastic display. Now I know on the camera that looks a bit frosted, but it's actually got one of those things that you get like on your mobile phone, and that a protective cover, so that makes it into a clear plastic underneath.
Again, it's one of those things that's clearly designed by Perth Mint to be taken off. You know, but it feels a little bit wrong for me to even think about it. I've always seen them on there.
Alrighty, and then inside you've got the antiqued coin with the hole in the middle, and it's still got King Charles on it. It's Tuvalu on the back, but you have this rotating gold snake on the inside, and I'm always on the fence with these, whether I like them or not. I like them, but this is a snake, and everyone knows that snakes aren't my favourite animal, being a farm boy, I'm afraid. But it's a really cool design, and they do it with all the lunar years. So they've done it with the mouse and the dragon and the ox and all those guys, and the tiger, and they've done it with this year's snake. And it's actually really it actually, I got to say, it works on this coin.
I was going to say, the others kind of can look a little strange, I think, in some cases in being in this little ball, but the snake actually kind of makes sense to be curled up in that little ball.
They kind of wind it around the centre stem there, and it actually kind of works. I often say that the ox looks very similar to the mouse because they're both compressed mammals, but the snake actually works in this one. So there you go, they're available while stocks last on those. I'll leave that one out and put it next to the other. All right, what else have we got hiding in here? Oh, all right. The coloured emu. So the emu is an annual production from Perth Mint.
Take a look at the box.
Obviously a very Australian animal. And they've gone for this almost, would you call it retro design on the box?
It gives me the same vibes as the surfboard with that colour theme there and the waves and whatever, the surfboard from a few years ago. Yeah. Also a very one-toned C of A there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is. So this is the coloured version of the Bullion coin that they produce every year as well. And I actually really like the way they're playing with the colouring on these things. So they're not just colouring the bird anymore, although they've coloured this one exceptionally well, and particularly the greens in the neck there really makes it pop out. But they've really started colouring, like you've got the grassland there, but also this beachland here. They've given it that kind of pinkish hue.
Does it make you sad that the blue's not coloured there?
Is in the blue of the ocean?
In the ocean, yeah.
No,
I feel like it's noticeable by its absence.
Possibly. But they needed, otherwise you would have had just basically a completely coloured coin. I think by picking out certain hues and designs in there, they've actually drawn the design out. But you're right, that the waves don't pop like they should. But I'm not sure if they did colour the waves, if it wouldn't swamp it was what I was going to say, but no pun intended. It would kind of swamp the design a bit. It would overwhelm the design, I think. But having this subtle pinkish hue with this, it kind of blends all the way backwards on the sand. It really just makes that design pop. So yeah, I really like the way they coloured the emu this year. It's a beautiful coin. Alrighty, I might even leave that one up the top here. And I think that's it for the silvers. I'll have a quick peek in here. Yeah, it looks like that's it for the silver. They're all rotating charms. Alrighty. And then undoubtedly, they're hiding the gold in here. Let's have a look what interesting gold they've sent us this week.
We've done a couple of new releases for February, so let's see. Ooh, I don't think I've seen that before. That is very swish looking. Yeah, or maybe we've just torn into it so fast that we've never noticed it. But
I think it's a new feature.
I think that's an added new detail. So very, very swish, Perth.
But it is possible that I'm just a bit too keen to get into these things.
You freeze frame one of our previous unboxings. You know, at this certain time, you can see when we throw it over our shoulder.
I'm trying not to throw it over our shoulder quite so much.
We're just excited, Michael.
Sometimes, yes. Alright, so inside here we have, and I actually don't remember what the gold releases are this year. Ah, the Kangaroo. So this will be the proof Kangaroo.
Got them in the 1/10 and the quarter there by the looks.
Yeah. So these, a different style of box that they use on these. So where these are a clear finish on top, they actually use a solid black finish on these ones.
Feels very classy. I like it.
It does. And then you've got the CMA on the inside, the Perth Mint doily, and then this one is the 1/4 ounce proof design of this year's Kangaroo. So the Kangaroo just chilling.
Just lounging around.
Yeah. And then on the obverse we have King Charles. So a really good design, this one. I think they do. I think they've took me a little bit to get used to it, but I'm not a big fan of change. But I think I actually quite like it, and they've gone for the realism, which I do appreciate, because that's, in my opinion, and this is probably going to light up the comments below. But in my opinion, that is a very typical Kangaroo pose that I've seen when I've been out bush. And this is the same design, but in the slightly smaller coin itself. So that is the 1/10. So if you want a comparison size between the 1/10 and the 1/4, that's it there. But other than size, it's essentially the same. Size. It's essentially the same design.
Lovely.
Alrighty, and that's it for today's unboxing. So now the trick question. Investment and fun, Rubes, which is which?
Investment. Yeah, see, I'm tempted to put both on, and you know which one I'm going for. It's the snake, the Opal snake. But to change things up, I'll say investing in the Opal, and fun would be the rotating charm. I quite like that series. It's just a little bit different, a little bit fun, and like I said, I actually quite like this year's insert. I think it actually quite fits the snake as opposed to some of the others. And it gives you something to, move around and play with a coin, which, you don't get too often with these pieces of metal. They're kind of fairly stationary. So to have Perth give us something to move around, it's kind of fun.
Yeah. So I tend to agree. I think the Opal is the standout on both investment and fun. But I would do the same. I'd go for an investment, and probably for fun, I'd probably go the Emu. I love the way they've coloured, particularly the background of it. As we were filming the rest of it, I was actually thinking maybe they could have put a breaking white surf just to draw out that wave. But yeah, I think they've done a really good job with it, and I think it stands out really well. So that's my pick for this one. But they're all pretty good ones. And don't forget, with Valentine's Day coming up, you've got the One Loves there. Not that they're not good for the whole year.
I was going to say, love's good all the year round, Michael.
Yeah, that's the one. Alrighty, that's it for another little coin shop unboxing. You can get all this sort of stuff until sold out.
I was going to say, the big asterisk being while stocks last on this one.
So littlecoinshop.com.au, and you'll be able to purchase them from there. If you can't see them on there, it doesn't hurt to send an email through to sales@littlecoinshop.com.au, and they can respond there to any questions that you may have. That's it for now, I believe, unless Ruben's going to tell me I've forgotten something.
No, I think we're good.
Alrighty, we will see you again very, very soon.